TikTok was officially banned in the US and it made for one of the most insane weeks in internet history.
So TikTok's getting banned.
TikTok is going to be banned.
You telling me January 19th?
TikTok is being banned!
We're looking at TikTok. We may be banning TikTok.
That TikTok is influenced and controlled by the Chinese Communist Party.
Why there are so many Americans flocking to right now.
I'm here and I'm scared. I don't speak Mandarin.
What's out? What's out? So it literally means holy shit.
Shout out to China.
Ni hao, it's your Chinese spy.
I'm just feeling sad. I really love this app.
I want to thank President Trump.
But I'm now a big star on TikTok.
What are you guys doing back?
The Trump meme coin is definitely going to rug pull.
It's all over!
So if you're anything like me, you're probably wondering, Dao Di Fen Xing Shenhua? No, that's not right. The US government and TikTok have been beefing for weeks, months, what's felt like years. The US Senate has been like, we're gonna ban you. Why? Because you're secretly Chinese communist spies. Okay, well, we're not, but do you have any evidence? Shut up. First, it was definitely going to be banned, but then it wasn't because it has to get through the Senate, and then it got through the Senate, but then they delayed it, but then they didn't delay it, but then it brought it up, and then, God damn it, I just wish this platform was actually full of propaganda so someone could tell me what to think. And that word, propaganda, has come up a lot.
And to be used as a propaganda tool.
With TikTok, the most powerful propaganda tool in history.
It is a tool for Chinese propaganda.
Pro-Chinese propaganda.
But what is it other than an underwhelming 16 points in Scrabble? Google defines propaganda as information, especially of a biased or misleading nature, used to promote a political cause or point of view. The US government is worried that this propaganda is going to brainwash the youth into joining the other side. But the funny thing is, so is China, so much so that they already banned TikTok back in August of 2023. We're banning TikTok because we are a communist nation. We're banning TikTok because we're not a communist nation. Wait, what? Hang on a sec, is that right? And you know what? I kind of get it. Every time Mr. Beast comes up on my feed, I get overstimulated.
Behind me is $5 billion and 1,000 contestants are fighting for BCS is officially the biggest.
Now, I can't say if there is or isn't any propaganda on TikTok. I'm just a guy in a room that is just too white. I need to get some freaking posters or something. Jesus Christ, it's like sensory deprivation in here. I'm losing my mind. Let me out! The closest thing I found to propaganda is Ashley, that bot that comments on everything with the most generic shit ever. And if she's been a Chinese spy this whole time, my honest reaction is, yeah. Also, I just can't help but feel like the US government has other things that they should be prioritizing, you know, like minimum wage or homelessness or extinguishing Los Angeles. But instead, they're just confused about the difference between Singapore and China.
Of what nation are you a citizen?
Singapore.
Are you a citizen of any other nation?
No, Senator.
Have you ever applied for Chinese citizenship?
Senator, I served my nation in Singapore. No, I did not.
Have you ever been a member of the Chinese Communist Party?
Senator, I'm Singaporean. No.
Have you ever been associated or affiliated with the Chinese Communist Party?
No, Senator. Again, I'm Singaporean.
Let me ask.
Okay, look, Singapore is here, okay? And China is here, okay? These are two different places, okay? Fuck. By the way, this guy is Tom Cotton, and as you can imagine, he's been coming up a lot. And people really hate this guy. And I understand why. In one of the Senate hearings, he literally said this.
I've heard the testimony of senior leaders that TikTok poses a grave threat to our national security and our people's well-being. But also know this. Third, you don't need intelligence.
Hey, Tom. Hey, Tom. Just one little thing. I kind of think you do, especially since you're the chairman of the Intelligence Committee. We don't need intelligence is just such a great summary of the US government when it comes to TikTok. Just what is going on? The propaganda isn't the only thing they're worried about. Their main concern is privacy. Wait, Didn't Mark Zuckerberg steal everyone's data? Didn't Elon leak everyone's data as well? But I didn't read anything about Facebook or Twitter being banned. And then when you confronted them about it, didn't everyone make fun of you because it seemed like you had no idea how social media works?
Well, if so, how do you sustain a business model in which users don't pay for your service?
Senator, we run ads.
I see.
I'm communicating with my friends on Facebook and indicate that I love a certain kind of chocolate. And all of a sudden, I start receiving advertisements for chocolate. What if I don't want to receive those commercial advertisements?
They got away with a slap on the wrist, but you want to ban TikTok unless they sell to a US company? Oh, you don't care about privacy, you just want money. So obviously everyone saw through this fake concern for China stealing everyone's data.
We already know it's about money, so can y'all just be a little more transparent? That y'all are scared of competition? I don't understand what y'all are on about.
Or they just didn't really care.
The Chinese are spying on you at all times. They're stealing all of your data. No, because wait, you're saying I'm interesting enough for somebody to spy on me at all times?
Hell, if China offered me money for my data, I would sell it. In fact, if I had to choose between losing TikTok and China stealing my data, I'd give it to them for free. And that's exactly what everyone did. In what has got to be the pettiest move in social media history, everyone flocked to Chinese social media app Xiaohongshu, aka Red Note. 700,000 users in 2 days, and it was as chaotic as you can imagine.
Girl, I downloaded that little Red Note app, aka Xiaohongshu.
I joined the Chinese app Xiaohongshu.
They didn't even ask you for any of your information to make an account because they already have it.
I just translated the Red Note terms and conditions. It's not good.
How you feel, U.S. government?
我们记上注定是三三。不知来，
Hey, TikTok refugees.
You've got people on this app now pledging their allegiance to communist China.
我爱中华民民共和国。你好，这是我的猫。
你好，我又来了。你好，
你好，小农。
我叫英国小姐。你好，我来自 America。你好，小农，我的名好。你好。
Guys, the comments on Red Note, I'm crying.
Are you Chinese? Are you Chinese? 你好，我的名字是 Nick DiGiovanni.
And then, just like an NBA player who has a bad stretch of games, they started to learn Mandarin.
Okay, so the first one is
非常的 mindful， 非常的 demure。
你好吗？
你好吗？
It was great. It was fantastic. It was like we were all swimming in a pool and a group of 9 boomers came up and were like, water is bad. And we were like, we're literally fine. No, we're banning the pool. So we were all like, okay, fine. And then we just jumped into the ocean. People were calling them TikTok refugees, which is kind of accurate, but at the same time, imagine being an actual refugee and looking at someone using that word like... So while the Americans were getting roasted on Red Note, the ban was still set to go ahead, so naturally, people started looking for a savior. And the options were not great. Welcome back to Save My App. Our damsel in distress here is in need of saving. We have 3 bachelors here today, and before you ask, yes, they are all straight white men. Bachelor number 1 is Kevin O'Leary. He's best known for lowballing up-and-coming businesses on Shark Tank, wearing watches that are worth more than my suburb, and generally looking like the physical personification of capitalism. He's offering $200 and a ham sandwich for 100% of your company.
I want a piece of the action.
Bachelor number 2 is Mr. Beast, also known as God by every young child in America, and is very clearly trying to start his own real-life Hunger Games. And I don't know if we can stop him. He's offering the fact that he met with a bunch of billionaires. You know, everyone's favorite kind of people.
I just got out of a meeting with a bunch of billionaires. TikTok, we mean business.
Bachelor number 3 is Donald Trump, a man who puts more inflection on the word
China
than hair on his own head. He has promised to save you once he is sworn in as president, a day after you're banned. Yeah, the options were not very promising and nothing really happened. The ban was only a few hours away now, and it started to sink in that this was actually going to happen.
Why would they take this app from the girl? This app truly saved me. TikTokers are furious about
With the US government's argument that TikTok's ties to ByteDance pose a national security risk, and emphasized that the United States government has a right to protect national security even at the expense of certain corporate rights.
Things got pretty sad. It looked like TikTok was actually going to go away, and the rest of the world watched as the Americans went through the 7 stages of grief. Shock.
Dollar Tree is hiring, Quinn. Dollar Tree is hiring.
Denial.
I am the only person that knows that TikTok is not getting banned.
Anger.
The only thing all 535 members of fucking Congress can fucking agree on is to ban TikTok.
Bargaining.
It's come to my attention that China has all of my data, so I'm just hopping on here to say, let me know if you want to see anything else.
Guilt.
Since we're all gonna die, there's one more secret I feel I have to share with you. I did not care for The Godfather.
What?
Depression.
TikTok don't want me no more. You don't want me no more.
And finally, acceptance.
Well, this is my final video.
I don't want to seem insensitive here. This was actually very sad to watch. People weren't just losing their ASMR puppet live streams. God, I love those. They were losing their livelihoods, their fans, their creative outlet, their connection to the people who supported them when they took a chance to make something and put it out there. In all seriousness, it was a pretty big deal, and it didn't really hit me until some of my favorite comedy creators started getting really serious.
Hello everyone, I hope everyone's having a lovely evening.
He's doing a character.
Depending on where
he's
you
doing
are.
He's gonna do a character.
To be honest, this is a little uncomfortable
It's a
for
character.
me.
It's a.
I'm much more comfortable
he's
playing a creeper.
He's
and
doing a
asshole
character.
on this
He's
app,
doing.
But I feel like I owe this to you guys. So.
And then the time came. January 19th. TikTok was officially gone. In the US. I'm in Australia and I still had it. And so do like 150 other countries.
It's over, guys. This is it. I just opened TikTok and got this message.
TikTok has gone offline for American users.
But at night time, when there was nothing to do and the house was all empty, I'd always think of Jenny.
Now, I don't want to sound mean, but everyone in the US really made it seem like there was no one left.
It's something unpredictable, but in the end it's right.
And now that the Americans were gone, people started to use this opportunity to talk about the Americans behind their back.
Since the Americans are gone, I think it's a safe space to talk about them. Is it a safe space to talk about them?
It was one of the weirdest times in TikTok history, and that is saying something. I live in Australia, and during that period, my algorithm was really odd. I was getting memes in Spanish, creators I'd never seen before, creators I hope to never see again. It was weird. And quiet. Too quiet. And then, almost as quickly as they had left, less than 14 hours later, the US was back.
Am I dead? Are we back?
What are you guys doing back?
Make up your fucking mind.
If you can't do the time, don't do the crime. Okay, time's up.
You gotta be kidding me. You gotta be
gotta be fucking kidding me. Why the hell is she still alive?
And since everyone revealed their secrets right before being banned forever, coming back was awkward.
So since TikTok just got unbanned, I guess, for you Americans, now we have to have the awkward conversation of my farts. Yes, some of them were not real.
But why are the Americans back? And so soon? Well, turns out Trump actually did just delay the ban 90 days.
America is the greatest place on earth.
And offered to buy 50% of TikTok, but people were sus. There were a lot of rumors. People suspected TikTok actually did sell, and Meta was the one who bought them.
Our algorithms are not TikTok algorithms.
If TikTok is supposed to shut down, then why did Facebook literally just make a TikTok account and it's already verified?
Delete all Meta apps off your phone.
Some people thought the launch of Trump's meme coin was connected.
And with the Trump family launching their own meme coins, this means that crypto and meme coins are about to go on a crazy run.
Some thought it was Trump's good relationship with China.
People are now thinking that this is all just a big setup, that Donald Trump and the CEO of TikTok had this planned from the get-go.
Whatever you thought, one thing was for certain. Tinfoil hats were in short supply. And the fact that Trump actually supported the ban back in 2020 did not help.
I'll get it.
Then he said some other wild shit about rigging the election and inferred that Elon helped him do it by hacking vote counting computers, blah, blah, blah. Who cares? My ASMR puppet live streams are back, baby. Let's go. The dust eventually settled. There were some changes. The TikTok CEO became universally loved by Americans for not selling out to the US government, which is exactly the opposite of what the US government wanted. Red Note was really popular for a bit, by default.
Oh, and it's a lot of contact. Oh, they've all gone down. Bradbury is going to come through.
But most importantly, TikTok for now is back. And I must admit, I was even a little bit scared for a second there, you know? I mean, what were we gonna do? Go to Instagram Reels?
I don't understand how celery has like 0 calories or like close to 0. I think
Celery's good.
It doesn't make sense. It's like 100%